Genshin. Right where we left off. We need to do some in the Nahida's quest. Because it is interfering with the current thing, so... I'm gonna do it little by little until I'm able to continue this current event. I feel like event quests should never be held back by a story quest, period. Or even like fucking character story quests. Unless it's like a story requirement, but even then.
That's the thing, I haven't done her story yet, but I wasn't stopped because I didn't unlock it yet.
Ah, well, that's still, I haven't even started it yet. Like,
Yeah.
this is the initial, like the initiation of the quest.
Because that means she's probably the little bird.
Probably.
Hey! Isn't that Nahida?
Hey, isn't that Nahida? Is she interrupting our fucking our event?
Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here! Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to?
Same old, adventuring and stuff. Helping all kinds of people. The usual mining, fishing, genius invocation, TCG, catching crystal flies.
Seems like you've been enjoying yourselves. How about you? What are you up to now? I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving Irminsul.
Uh-oh.
I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But I can't remember what it is. What is that?
It's probably the effects of Irminsul.
Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Feel free to fill us in.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
Oh, hello? What is this?
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like it's filled with some kind of power.
She gave us a Discord notification.
I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but I have no recollection of it whatsoever.
Hold up. Oh, it's Erkin Hyatt. We're talking about Tears of the Kingdom. I have a feeling that they didn't enjoy Breath of the Wild as much as I did, which is a lot. So they're not particularly looking forward to Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of it.
It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine, but yet it's also a little different.
It's like the only game on the Switch that I would like say is a must-have if you have the Switch and you haven't played it before. Like if you didn't own it on Wii U and you have a Switch, get Breath of the Wild because it's like the game to get. Now that Tears of the Kingdom is out, I don't know. Nahida is a gamer. Where's the gunner glasses?
It's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
It's most likely something that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata left behind. But what's with their foggy memory?
Traveler, do you have any ideas?
I don't know, but it's very concerning.
You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away.
This is actually like perfect dialogue.
Thanks, you two. I didn't mean to trouble you again. Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
Huh? Mama?
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hear?
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't worry. I think I understand.
Do you? You speak mushroom?
Seems that it wants us to follow it.
Well, we're on an adventure right now, so we can't do that.
You can understand it? Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's in dire need of our help. Well, fungi are kinda cute, but...
Bongo Head is a really nice fungus, you know?
That's true. Okay,
Huh.
let's go take a look.
So this is assuming that you've done the Pokemon event, because they reference Bongo Head. Is that like canon? Does that have to be part of the story, or did they just not mention Bongo Head here? The first clip sounded horrifying. Holy shit!
All right, lead the way, little fungus.
It just sounded like a
Although they all look about
somebody
the same,
saying "Mama."
some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see.
Anyway,
It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting. That's not too different from how humans think sometimes. That's what I meant by shared emotions.
I swear to God, if that guard at the gate was the reason this quest is being delayed, I'm gonna have a fit.
It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus. Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help its family member. Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental power. Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness.
And yet, Nahida has no healing capabilities.
What is it, Nahida? Strange. Very strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form.
Do what?
Huh? An elemental life form?
Like a slime?
Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature around them. As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus.
So you're saying it only looks like a fungus?
Exactly. This is very interesting. I've never seen anything like it. So this is a first even for Nahida. But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted. So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the void? Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can do right away.
Okay.
My power was compatible. Looks like everything is fine now.
Lord of Dendro?
Whoa.
Is it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can talk?
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seems I'm just as shocked as you are.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't a strange creature. Paimon's just... Paimon!
Yeah, nobody else in the world is like you, though.
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
There's no need to start worrying about that all of a sudden.
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and functions that are more important than speaking. So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors, just like fungi and slimes.
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than Paimon. You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. Let's find somewhere else to talk. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice. Me, 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 me.
Me, me, me.
It says that it's very thankful for your help.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family and I lived in bliss and happiness. Until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside of us, twisting and warping us, causing us to lose control.
Splatoon children, but also Splatoon takes place after an apocalyptic event as well.
We were victims of the apocalypse. Yet, in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
The apocalypse? I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like some kind of old fable.
It's a long and complicated story. It will take me some time to explain it clearly.
Don't worry, we'll listen. Please continue.
Actually, I got somewhere to be.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge?
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert? It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately, I've forgotten. That may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away as the contamination inside of me was purged.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden knowledge was purged. I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of possibility.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, I would have lost more than just my knowledge and memory. And not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden knowledge, right?
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it would become a reality so quickly. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
It's not your fault. You've already done everything you can. Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they? Maybe they'll remember.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end. I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And as for the city, there are a few nice kids that should be willing to help. Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand. Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now.
Oh, that's a flower.
That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement.
Agreement?
You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to an end.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry. There are also some blurry segments in my memory as well. But I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is something I should help with. It's really no trouble to me at all.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
Okay. That's the starting cutscene. Now, hold on. Yeah, that cleared it up. I swear to fucking God. If that random, like, guard at the gate is what prevented me from continuing on, I'm gonna lose it. Here I am getting distracted by a little...
Solidify!
There is no escape!
Everyone okay?
Quietly now. But just...
Okay. Oh, look where this quest is leading us, huh? Look where this quest is leading us, to the front gate!
It feels like something's been on your mind this entire time.
Yeah, we got sidetracked by a quest, so I'm a little... The white-haired man I saw before the competition started. The secret conversation we overheard after the first round ended. Yeah, there's a couple things.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Oh, it's the ladies.
Finally? Did something happen?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Academia Extravaganza? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business.
Wait, they were at the
Thing
cafe?
is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop.
Ah.
But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassinations.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be someone called Sachin.
Sachin.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during the opening ceremony? He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the Diadem of Knowledge, but he hasn't shown himself at all.
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently, so a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the rich. In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy for a while.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once, so it's likely that they took advantage of the bustle to sneak in. Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard and made some excuse to slip away.
I would have tied him up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Corps of 30?
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Academia and tell Amatra? Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence on our part as well.
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremite's reputation is gonna get even worse if these scumbags succeed.
You can tie me up,
But this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here, so we're leaving this in your hands.
Tying people up and doing stuff to them is more of a Yelan style.
Should you require our aid, come find us at the cafe.
So now we can meet them at the cafe, yeah?
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the extravaganza? 'Cause Paimon's starting to think that there's more than meets the eye here, too. But thinking like this isn't doing anything. Let's just go find Amatra.
Into the cafe. There they are. Ladies.
I'm surprised anyone has the guts to try to pull off something like this during the extravaganza. Just goes to show how tempting a fortune like Sachin's is. What would you do if a sum of mora like that suddenly landed in your lap?
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
Come on, first thing off the top of your head. How would you spend it?
Buying food, finding water sources. That kind of thing, I guess?
Food and water?
Hey!
This is good coffee.
Just friends getting coffee, eh?
There's not much harm that a bunch of small-time crooks can do. This whole Sachin affair, something about it strikes me as strange.
Music's a little loud compared to Leah or Dia's dialogue. Or dialogue. Okay. So I guess we'll continue the quest. Oh, we'll probably just have to go to the Academia, right? So.
Hey! Isn't that the Matra we investigated Siraj with? Arav, wasn't it? Let's go talk to him!
Hello, both. It's been a while.
Hello,
Do you have
both.
any issues to report?
You tell Arav about the situation with Dia and Kansas.
Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. Though I suppose it's not all that surprising. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor. He's seen as one of these super rich types.
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you send some people to protect him?
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work, and hardly ever comes back to Sumeru City. No one has been able to contact him. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, I will be watching from close by to choose a suitable person to inherit my estate.
You heard super bitch types.
Assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard about that as well. and decided to come here and try their luck.
So they shouldn't know where Sachin is either, right?
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation, so I'll handle this. Don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. I have my ways of forcing them out into the open. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking him down as well? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety. I mean, you could task all the Matra and the whole Corps of 30 with someone's protection, but if the client doesn't show themselves, there's nothing we can do to help them.
Fair point. Guess we should start searching for him too, but where should we start?
Do the Matra have any information at all on Sachin?
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken academic protocol, so we don't have a very detailed file on him.
Those super rich bitch types. Super rich types.
I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again. Maybe it's worth checking to see if he knows anything.
Who's the sage then?
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza venue and see if we can find him. Hey!
Nothing to say. Keep a distance.
I see everything!
Nope.
Hey, Nilu! Have you seen Alhaitham anywhere?
Alhaitham? Why, what is it?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some records for us.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I don't know where he went. He's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be going.
Huh. Yeah, actually, that sounds about right for him.
Let me think. To be honest, he doesn't seem very interested in the extravaganza, so he probably doesn't stick around longer than he has to. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into. Do you guys know of any places he'd go after work?
Maybe he went home?
Ooh, maybe. Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here, so we might as well check it out.
So wait, if I had chosen a tavern, we would have gone to a tavern?
Everyone hold hands!
No, let's go to his house. Maybe we'll find Kabe as well. They buffed this sprint. I'm assuming as well as Mona's sprint. You know, when they added Yelan to the game, they said they adjusted the sprints like Ayaka, Mona. Probably because Yelan had a similar thing. And people kept getting stuck on ledges and shit.
Let's try knocking.
Do the Shinmu. Perhaps they're out?
No answer? Maybe no one's home.
Like, a millisecond after the first knock, perhaps they're out. Hey, Delta. I don't fully understand Genshin, but I'm here for the cute anime girls. Well, they're here.
Hello? Alhaitham? Are you in? We need your help with something.
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kabe's home.
Oh, Kabe, you're home!
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them without thinking, before long the whole city would know that I'm living here.
You're pretty conscientious about this, huh? So, what happens if someone comes inside looking for him while you're at home?
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people have better things to do.
Fair enough. So do you know where he is at the moment?
Also pretty men.
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that he's out of the house. I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant at all. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. My luck's on the rise.
Give me a sec.
But him, being him... Oh, you wouldn't believe what he said after I was done talking! You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach prestige to seniority at all. What does he mean, manner becoming of an upperclassman? What, am I supposed to earn the title of upperclassman now? And he didn't stop there. He said, I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've managed to make it to this age without acknowledging the proverbial elephant in the room of your life.
I like that they gave him the animations of Alhaitham while he's imitating him.
Yeah, that does sound like something Alhaitham would say.
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. He finds a way to infuriate me every single time. Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. I'm actually packing my things right now. He'll have to get used to doing his own cleaning and tidying from now on. See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too. If his life wasn't utterly devoid of artistic sensibility already, it certainly will be after today.
He's like being smug about taking some paintings with him.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even over yet. How can you afford it?
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take me 3 days tops to move out of here for good.
I just want to buy Kabe's house and let him live there.
I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge triumphant. You'll see.
Well, we'll be rooting for you. But are you sure you'll be alright?
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal conflict.
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think I have serious personality flaws too.
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but you also turned Faruzan down when she offered to give you her points. Plus, you took it upon yourself to help those desert foxes.
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt guilty otherwise. Where's the conflict in that?
Why would you feel guilty?
Well, when you put it like that, yes, why indeed? It's a good question. I guess it's just in my nature. Plus, if I just did nothing, then there'd be no escaping the blame if something bad came of it later down the line.
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to mention that by helping out, you put yourself at risk. Fainting in the middle of the desert, for example. Was that really worth it?
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. What was it you needed Alhaitham's help with, anyway?
We'd like him to help us look into Sachin.
Sachin? Huh. He did actually mention a Sachin recently.
You're gonna make him a nice room in your teapot? Yeah, I don't have him, so I guess you could definitely do that. Come live in my teapot. I will let you live in my mansion.
I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and doodling as he went. He even suggested that I should take a look, but I didn't. Give me a moment. Let me go find them.
He probably has some interesting lines of dialogue about living there and saying like that it's nicer than Alhaitham's place or something like that. There's gonna be like a massive lore stream when this game finally ends, where I just go through all the fucking lines of dialogue that everybody has.
This is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with this?
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left them on the side. He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Cool, if you say so. Okay, let's see what he's got on Sachin.
Let's see what Nahid has to...
I see
Did he leave these notes there on purpose? Or was this sheer coincidence? No. But if it wasn't a coincidence, then...
I love the added extra, like, Golden Sun style, just psychically reading their mind. Ugh. Text. Sachin was born to a wealthy family, and his father, Rajput, was a renowned merchant in Sumeru, with many properties to his name. At the age of 9, Sachin enrolled into Vahamana and achieved excellent grades. At the age of 15, he completed all of his courses and graduated first in his class. His accomplishments were greatly lauded by the sages. At the age of 16, Sachin ventured out and began to research the local environment and customs. His travels took him throughout Sumeru's rainforests and deserts. When Sachin was 23 years old, his father Rajput passed away. Sachin returned to Sumeru City to take over his father's business and spent 2 years here. At the age of 25, Sachin once again ventured into the desert to conduct field research. Records showed that he traveled with a caravan and lived in Aru village for a period of time. At the age of 32, Sachin returned to Sumeru City. He looked withered and weary, his mental state in shambles. Much speculation arose amongst outsiders, but Sachin locked himself in his room and did not respond. At the age of 33, Sachin entrusted all of his properties to the Academia and pledged to donate all proceeds to the Academia. He then wrote a contract regarding the use of the proceeds and property ownership. The following is an excerpt quoted from Sachin when the contract was signed. A minimum of 30% of all revenue generated from the businesses will be used to fund prizes for the Inter-Darshan Championship, which will encourage young prodigies. Yeah, I know that word. I was like, for some reason I thought it was prodigy. It's prodigies. To actively participate in the competition. I will also be donating my entire collection, the most prominent item of which, the Diadem of Knowledge, will serve as a symbol of great honor in the Inter-Darshan Championship. Only the winner of the competition may wear it. In addition, the Academia is only given the right to maintain and manage my properties. Ownership of them does not belong to the Academia, nor does it belong to me. Each year when the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, I will keep a close eye on each candidate. If I particularly identify with the participant, I will reveal myself. I will then bequeath all of my wealth to this individual whom I judge worthy of my acknowledgement. They will have the usage rights to all assets and proceeds under my name. I hope the Academia will respect any and all decisions made by that person. After the contract came into effect, Sachin returned to the desert to continue his investigations, but there has been no word from him since then. Many claim to have seen him in the desert, but none of such claims have been verified. 20 years have passed since then. This dude is like 53? So here's what I think. You have a crown as a fucking prize for a tournament of smart people? What if this crown, like, saps intelligence from the smart people? What then? What's going on here? Sorry, for some reason my desktop audio was muted on the stream PC. I'd have been ashamed to have been like that if I ever got into a Discord call.
That was a lot of information. My mind's getting a headache.
That is a lot of text, yeah. Non-voice acted text. Yeah, that's a huge... I guess you could just skip over it, but I guess there's some lore there.
So, to sum up, Sachin put the Academia in charge of managing his estate and went off to do research, right?
Yeah, to sum up.
He even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate as well. Oh, that must be worth heaps and heaps of Mora.
I just read this stuff on stream because it's for anybody who's actually interested in the lore of the game, because I'm only streaming story content.
What? Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts, then buy a new place, and still have cash to burn. I could build another Palace of Alcazar's Array, except this time, I'd make it 10 times bigger.
Is that a good idea?
Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation. To do it properly would take upwards of...
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way ahead of yourself there, mister!
You're right. First I need to focus on winning and moving out of this place.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip of paper tucked in between these pages. Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down as he was thinking things over. Let's see. Two phrases have been circled. Sachin, dead or alive, unknown, and diadem of knowledge. Some of this stuff is just plain incomprehensible. Is this written in some other language?
Let me see. Huh. I recognize this script. Give me a second. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's a rough translation anyway. I can't guarantee it's 100% accurate. There's another smaller line of text underneath. Why would he bring that up?
Wow, it's so cool that you can actually read this script!
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of King Deshret's Civilization. I had to familiarize myself a little with this script at the time.
Oh, interesting. So, any idea what Alhaitham meant by all this?
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries of the world.
Fair enough. Well, guess we've learned all we can here.
Let's hope Arav's made some progress.
Yeah, he better catch those crooks. But until then, let's just head out for a stroll.
So what if we had chosen the tavern? That was the other choice.
Hey,
Did he leave these notes there on purpose? Or was this sheer coincidence?
Unless I can still go to the tavern and get, like, story. Probably not. Or maybe we would have chosen the tavern and they're like, no, he's probably not. Let's go to his house. Oh, they're like, I don't think he'd be at a tavern, probably went home. Yeah, that's exactly what they... Okay, then never mind. Let's wait until the... I was like looking over right after saying that. Following day, 7 a.m. I'm just gonna stand here for 22 hours. I picked the house because I assumed we would find, like, get some fun dialogue at his house with either him or Kaveh or both.
Paimon just heard that the Matra have arrested some Eremites who snuck into the city. Maybe they were the ones plotting to kidnap Sachin. Let's go to the Academia and check with Arav.
Ah, you're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details, let's put it that way. The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
Oh, dum-dum-dum.
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up with that?
Probably because his father's leaving everything to some random person and not to his son?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. Most of them are still snooping around outside the city.
Well, that's what I would assume anyway.
We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
I can't believe he's leaving his entire fortune and everything to some random know-it-all, and not his own flesh and blood.
Sure, let's go get to the bottom of all this.
Like that sort of story. Kidnapper's Camp. Is there actually going to be combat in this event? This has all been cutscenes, so I'd be surprised. I guess there's going to be mini games once we're done with this. There's no need for me to run around in a circle when I did that. Oh, look at all those dead dudes.
Are you sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
I'm positive. But I don't understand why they're all unconscious on the ground.
Well, they're not all unconscious.
Boss, we got more company.
Boss.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
Wow.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Jawani, Sachin's son. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them all and taking them back to the academia for further interrogation.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, he upped and left to go and live a carefree life, not giving a second thought for my welfare. As if that's not bad enough already, he went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a contract saying that one day he'd pass it all on to a genius he admired.
Did I not say this exact thing?
That's my inheritance. By rights.
My
You
God.
expect me to sit back and watch it go to someone else? If he won't give me what's mine, I'll just have to take it from him.
Okay.
Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere, watching the championship from the shadows?
Uh-huh.
So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia doesn't agree to hand over the goods, I make him publicly announce that I'm his chosen genius.
So, did you find him?
No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. He's probably cooped up somewhere watching all this go on and laughing to himself.
Me actually clueless. I mean, yeah, this is just an event like fucking what? How many hours? 60 hours in this game, maybe more. If you're blazing through story, I'm afraid to look at what part of Genshin I am on as far as streams go. Oh boy, I'm looking right now. Last Genshin Impact stream I highlighted, which was 2 streams ago. Part 84. Okay. So, times that by 2 to 6 hours. And that's how many hours of Genshin streams I've done. And that's just story content. That's not including any sort of offline, off-stream running around exploring and stuff like that. There's a lot. There is a lot. It's an ongoing game. It's not like there's no true ending yet. We're unlocking more regions as things goes along. But there is a lot to this game so far.
I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of.
But there's a good deal of it that's voice acted, which I appreciate, compared to some games that you have to pay for. By the way, I haven't paid a cent on this game. It's all been free. That's the other thing. What do you know about the Diadem of Knowledge?
Diadem of Knowledge? You mean that thing he donated to the academia? Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold a lot of assets to purchase it back in the day. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming from the storage room.
What?
Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and researched it non-stop for days. Something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean, something wrong with him?
Maybe... Okay, here's another theory. He's got... The crown is a trap. And whoever wears it gets this Sachin's consciousness transferred into him. And when he's in that body, all of a sudden he has all of his wealth and everything still. And he's just in a new body because he's getting kind of old and whatever.
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the desert for research and didn't return for many years. When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays day and night. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. When he got back, he signed his contract with the academia. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point. Perhaps the man we called Sachin was a demon from the desert who was wearing his skin.
Okay, you can stop now. You're creeping Paimon out.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this for me.
Fuck you, Dad.
Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the critical information. Do you still have any lingering concerns?
The Diadem of Knowledge?
Yeah, Al-Haytham's notes do mention that item.
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest contacting the organizers and getting them to pause the competitions while we investigate.
I have many issues with any crown-like device after all the mind control bullshit in this region.
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue. We need to tell Karina what's going on.
Personally. I don't know, do I want to run over there? Nah. Hope the load times are good in Tears of the Kingdom. Gonna be playing it tomorrow. I don't expect anybody to be watching because nobody wants to spoil themselves.
Karina!
You're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round's already started.
You're gonna be playing it tonight? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to play it tonight because it comes out like 10 p.m. our time. And we'll be in bed by then because we gotta get up like at 6 a.m. For work. But tomorrow I'm definitely gonna be streaming it. Don't know for how long, pretty much maybe all day, who knows.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap Sachin. But that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge, and we'd like to investigate it.
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now?
Some new information has come to light.
This is pretty serious. Let me think. Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Ima Forest. We moved it there before the third round began.
Why?
In the third round, contestants have to go into Mount Ima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. The first person to do this gets 4 points. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition.
Except for the people with 0 points? Is there anybody with 0?
As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time.
Hack guy.
I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately. Let's hope nothing happens.
Alright, let's go!
I didn't read what my character said, but it was like, let's do it. Let's go take care of it.
Is the forest interfering with it? Ugh. Let's just go grab the diadem.
Let's go fucking just do it ourselves. Hey, fellas.
Gather!
Shine down!
A new test subject. Another test subject.
I wasn't done.
I wasn't done talking. Oh, by the way, I looked into whether or not I had the DLC for Age of Calamity, the Hyrule Warriors DLC. I don't. I never got it. So I won't be playing it before Tears of the Kingdom. There's a good chance I'll play it after I'm done playing Tears of the Kingdom, however long that may take. Just if I'm like, oh man, I want to have more story in this world, even if it's like alternate reality stuff. Who knows? But yeah. Is this treasure chest unrelated? Seems to be.
Stabilize!
I wonder who this gift could be from. Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well, we might as well head back and see if anyone's turned it in.
Wait, did they seriously make us run out here and... No, there's... I was gonna say, like, oh, now go back to the city.
I see everything. Everyone hold hands.
Well, it's not gonna be anything.
Oh, looks like Layla has seized the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
Wait, didn't they say they were gonna take out anything that required, like, fighting to the death or anything like that?
That guy enters the fray.
Hack guy enters the fray. Cutscene graphics.
Horizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kaveh's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner!
Huh?
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me. What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate, and with it, my research.
Even in the cutscene, this guy looked like shit.
Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
What are you?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a fragment of Sachin's mind. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff than he, more cognizant of the trials and tribulations of this world. It is you who are worthy to inherit all that I once owned. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention and bear witness. You have all performed outstandingly in this Interdarshan Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among its ranks, and you are the creme of the creme.
The cream of the cream.
But if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you were victorious, but also due to our similarities in character.
Me? Similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists, and that is the source of our misery. 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, endless strife and slaughter. Conflict over water sources. Robbing of merchant caravans. Exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. Beyond the wall of Samiel lay a completely different world from the one I knew. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
So, did you find a way?
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who called themselves the Lost Darshan. But in the end, I found that the answer I sought simply did not exist. It was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict, and conflict begets destruction. This is the inexorable truth. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. Things can only ever go from bad to worse. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness, I could no longer bear to face life. And so, I decided to bring my life to an end.
Oh.
But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's consciousness. Into it, I placed my experiences before requesting that the Academia manage my estate.
As I thought, the contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. You may regard this as the very last experiment of them all. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the worthiest of individuals, my hope was that one day, I would find one who could untangle the mystery of human nature once and for all, and help to move the world onto a better path.
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Huh?
Me?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment. Part of my investigation into human nature. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history, and I lament the research that I failed to complete. And this, Kaveh, my dear child, is why you will be of great utility to me.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do with as I please?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I could not.
Well,
Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at our...
Huh?
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them. I guess that'll be the end of that.
Kaveh.
Are you all right? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine.
Coffee is good.
Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about me.
He's a good guy.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to that. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, this also makes him the winner of the Inter-Darshan Championship. As the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin's wealth?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind to change it for the better. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I, we're not the same.
All right. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. No one else has to hear them now. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, It's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone prevents you from admitting it. Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing committee, it is my honor to congratulate you on your victory.
What? Please. I don't need your insincere praise. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the award ceremony.
Yeah, Alhaitham does treat him fairly, even though he's got some... he disagrees with his life views, basically. Like how to deal with life. And that's why he's such a bitch.
Will be held at the main venue. Let's head over and check it out.
Back over here.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And that brings this year's Interdarshan Championship to a close.
We're the only ones there.
Finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion, Kaveh, to the stage to receive his award. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting them with their award.
Yeah, I wonder how that would have went.
However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision to donate it all to charitable causes.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much, Mora. And he gave it all up?
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our audience, like myself, are curious to learn why you decided to give all this wealth away.
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won, even though I'd say luck played a big part in that. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. It shouldn't be up to one person to make a judgment on. Not him, and not me either.
I think he should keep just enough of the Mora to at least pay back his debt.
Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all. I'll leave it there. Thanks very much.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the Sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
All right, I'll take the card. But as for project proposals, forget it.
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last big round of applause.
Hear 3 people clapping.
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in luxury for my entire life.
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, we've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Sino wants
Glad
that card.
that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
Sino should, like, pay him a bunch of money for that card.
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
No.
Whoa, whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it yourself! Come on, let's go find Sino.
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
Paimon got physical. Nothing to say?
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
That's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity.
Horny breath.
But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you.
Yeah, pay him.
How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Ah, I'll buy it at a high price.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
50 million more.
1 million more at the very least.
Oh, just 1 million, okay.
How much?
$1 million more?
That's nothing.
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million more for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
And he'd feel bad for you giving up something that valuable for free.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
God, they're both so nice.
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice.
Get him. Get him with a friendly burn. A slight razzing.
In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
Chat with the Darshan representatives.
Take it easy.
Oh. The first time you have to go down here, the entire event. Hold up. It's the Gal Squad!
Everyone hold hands!
These clothes all seem a bit too flimsy.
Whoa.
Is there anything sturdier?
Flimsy clothes, you say?
I think I might need some more practice if I wanted to embroider my own complex designs. Although, I'm no beginner with a needle and thread. More like upper end of intermediate?
I see everything!
The classics are the best. Period.
Everyone hold hands!
Shut up!
Dia and Candace are both pretty tall.
Huh.
That means they have a lot of options when it comes to clothes.
And you lose it. Enjoying
I'm
their
telling
height.
You can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
I had to do that then because I wasn't sure if they were going to go away.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farazan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Farazan! Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Just a girl's day out, just a girl shopping trip.
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farazan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Older folks?
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
I guess she does have, like, flowers on her clothes.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there's some other options too.
Woof, woof, bark, bark. I agree. Woof, woof, bark, bark. Don't forget to hydrate. Dia is so... like shaking around like a dog with a toy.
If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Oh, Lord.
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
Wow.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan, and I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Yes.
Sorry, we can't. We've
What?
got a meet with Kaveh later, and
No.
we have to check in with all the other contestants before then.
Paimon, stop!
Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
Paimon, shut it.
I don't know where Hat Guy went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though. But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right? Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
If you don't come to Sumeru City often, classic floral designs aren't a bad choice. Those don't really go out of style. And of course, since you're putting this on your body, you need to consider the type of fabric the clothes are made from. Some materials might look stunning, but they can be terribly uncomfortable to wear.
Agreed. After all, is fashion not the constant phasing in and out of classics? In that sense, you could always consider the style I suggested too.
Wait, sorry, ma'am, but I think it could be quite a while before the style you recommended comes back into fashion.
I actually think the style recommended by Madame Faruzan is quite beautiful.
Oh boy.
Isn't it just? You have a discerning eye, my dear.
I'm sorry, if I had to choose whose style I prefer out of the 4 ladies here, it'd have to be Dia. She's very with it. I think she knows a little bit more about style than the other people do. Now, where's the next set of people? Up there? Now I'm tempted to get into Genshin just for Dia. Well, hopefully you're okay with her being not as good as the other characters. She's a 5-star character, but she's not great comparatively.
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the 3rd round.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
I just got lucky, I think.
As long as it's not like I literally can't beat this game with her, I'll be fine. Yeah, this game, in terms of difficulty, I don't think it is difficult. What it ends up being is you just need to not... you need to level everybody up at some point. If you're constantly like doing story missions, the world is going to level up. And so you just have to keep leveling up your party consistently, otherwise you might get soft locked. But I can definitely help you get around that if that happens, by just helping you like with a boss or something like that, and you getting the materials to level up.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you.
Like when I first started the game, I was like, hey, Mona is... got a pretty cool design and I like her. I'm just gonna try to get her, and I happened to get her. Someone even made a Dia outfit mod for Final Fantasy XIV. I know what I'm doing. Hell yeah. But yeah, I got into the game for because I think it was Mona's birthday, and I saw a lot of art on my timeline. I was like, I'm gonna try Genshin out. And all it takes is one character to be like, to sort of rope you in. And Dia is part of the normal pool now, so you could technically draw her at any point. Whether or not that'll happen anytime soon is just sort of up in the air. As far as banner characters goes, there's a pity system, so you're guaranteed to get it if you draw like 180 times. You're like guaranteed to get the banner character, but most of the time you get it way, way before then.
Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
It's not like other games when there's like a boosted character. It's like, oh, Cloud Strife is boosted in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and you could spend $10,000 and still not get him. How often can I draw without paying? Here's I have not paid for this game at all, and I've played it many, many, many hours. You just save up, and when a banner comes around with the character you want, throw all your, throw enough just to get that character, and you save up some more for the next one. I know when you start, you get a pretty good amount, and just going through the story, you'll get a good amount of the little gems. But if you actually do decide to get into it, I'll, walk you through the optimal way of saving up and using them. Because I think the best way to spend the gems you get is to use them on banners for a character you want.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great! We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the competition.
Hat Guy.
Oh well, it's almost mealtime. We'd better go meet up with Kaveh and Sino now.
Kaveh and Sino. Yeah, let's teleport. Gotcha. After the next Final Fantasy 14 patch next month, they're probably going to get into Genshin. Yeah, dude, if you get into it and you need any sort of guidance, I will throw what I know at you, because I've got a pretty stacked team. I would say that I'm fairly knowledgeable. Like, to the point where you play Final Fantasy 14 enough and you know quite a bit about it, I think I'm on that with Genshin. Where I'm able to sort of tell when a character is good after just playing with them for a little bit. Most of the time I get what they're all about and how good they are, especially when it comes to like tier lists and stuff like that.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Oh, I wonder, yeah, you might even get to and have this character with his new voice all the way through, unlike me.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor.
I need to, like, just throw 50 million at everybody at this table and just say, like, fuck off, go and do something. Treat yourselves. Treat yourselves.
Traveler, Paimon, over here.
Ooh, look at all this. Good food, here we come.
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Farazan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's eat.
You all share a delicious meal. Buttery, flaky crust.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachine's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on.
Oh, well, that makes sense that he broke it.
Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Mantra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you.
It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Who's God? What God are you talking about? There's several. Nahida?
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
Kaveh just needs praise.
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
Uh-oh. Talking about his, this reminds me of my ex. I can't stand the guy.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
All right, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the championship?
Nah.
I did. In the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture.
Kaveh down bad for a toxic ex.
Oh, are you free next month? You should come along. Maybe even say a few words.
I mean, Kaveh's absolutely at the bottom.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks.
I got the bill.
I'm super full, too. If only we could eat like this every day.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
Cheaper alternatives.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
Oh.
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Excuse me, I need to read your mind.
I see everything.
Sino, you first.
With this limited edition card in my deck, I have reached peak connection with my cards. This is my most worthwhile purchase in quite some time.
Kaveh.
This was some pretty successful ordering today. Not a dish wasted. Oh, I almost forgot. I should order a couple of extra things to take back home.
Kale.
It's been so nice not having to study these last few days. I hope I don't fall behind. Wait. Uh-oh. I've completely forgotten where I was up to.
And Tainari.
I wonder when Kaveh will be able to pay off his debts. I wish him the best of luck.
Alright. Leave tavern.
I see everything.
You don't even have a mind. This is Sino, you massive word nerd. With this card in my deck, I'll be unstoppable. Like, he said it was like just a common card too.
It looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap.
It was just like a holographic version of it.
All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything else on your mind?
Sachin's research.
Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish.
A murder?
It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be?
Aru Village?
Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all that time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his notes. Alright then, let's head off to
topic brought up the other night. I can't space out. I can't let anything affect my work.
I'm gonna go to the desert. Oh shit, this person also made a Ganyu outfit mod. Ganyu's great. She's a very good character in this game and also has a great design. Oh shit! Oh, he'll be here after. I'm assuming. Look who found what we were looking for.
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait, so you've read it already?
Could you sum it up so I don't have to read it out loud?
Are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey.
He says that architect instead of Kaveh. Just like massively third person. Also, remember that side quest we did that wasn't voice acted with Dory? And that page that we ran across that was like fucking nihilistic and just depressing? Was also this dude's research. That's just the conclusion he came to was like, humanity fucking sucks.
Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic.
Hold on, is there like... Give me a second, I'm just gonna mute. Tell me, do you hear a noise in the stream right now? So it was just silent. Okay, I'm seeing a glitch, I guess, in the stream software where it's showing like a frozen bar of audio for the desktop audio, like a click and some static, but very faint. Like I'm just seeing like a constant noise on the. I even turned it up. It didn't turn the volume up. When I mute it, it goes to nothing. And then I unmute it, it's back. Maybe, yeah, it was me muting my mic, yeah. Volume mixer. Okay, that fixed the visual glitch I was seeing. It was a visual glitch. It had nothing to do with the stream at all. It was just, whatever.
Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was.
Empathy made him weak.
Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why is that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective, Sachin's.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse? All of that's true?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead.
It's God!
All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all.
Those words you wrote among your notes, what did that line written in ancient script mean?
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good.
You put the Dia outfit on and it... chef's kiss. Bless the modding community. It's a really good outfit. It's one of the best outfits in the game.
But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates.
I accidentally almost double-clicked.
Alright then. I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after.
Shit,
I'll be off.
Don't leave. I meant to read your mind before approaching.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
You a robot?
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research.
Damn it. I should have fucking scanned him from a distance.
He said that someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be?
You wait around near the research materials. Oh, look who it is! Kaveh's still treating him well.
Paimon, you're already here.
It's Hat Guy and his mom.
Nahida! Oh, and Hat Guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship?
Yeah.
Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
Actually, not really.
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one? Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Nahida, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom boar. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom boar's back, and they conclude that the shroom boar is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom boar's body, and they declare that the shroom boar is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom boar is meat. These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom boar. Paimon kinda gets it, but also not really. The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. All of us are somewhere on the path toward truth. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus only on its evils. In truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. But of course, I don't mean that as a criticism or a call to action. Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research materials?
I'm going to burn them.
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I will not stop them. I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the despair as well.
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Oh boy, here we go again. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prisoners have a right to an education. I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hat Guy.
Hat Guy. To be continued. Yeah? Is that so? And they're gone. And so are the books. And I didn't scan... I'll hate them when I had a chance. Talk to Kaveh. Hmm? I learned my lesson.
Everyone hold hands!
No, dot dot dot.
"20 years ago, the Academia had just received Sachin's estate. To celebrate the huge investment, the Academia extravaganza that year was grander than usual. I was very young then, and I remember seeing posters for the Interdarshan Championship all over the city. I couldn't help but mention it to my father. I even told him that I really liked the look of the diadem. It was so unique. So he said, "Why don't I win it, so I can let you play with it for a few days?" That made me very happy, and I nodded enthusiastically. But to my surprise, he didn't win. And when he got back home, he seemed extremely depressed. Later, he left home, saying that he wanted to do some investigating in the desert. The quicksand got him not long after that.
Jesus.
For many years, I couldn't face up to it at all. If I just kept my mouth shut, maybe none of it would have ever happened.
Your father may have seen Sachin that year.
Wait, so the person we came across in our investigation, who went into the desert 20 years ago? It was...
I could have kept it to myself, but I didn't.
Is that why Sachin thought I looked familiar? I can't believe it. My father was always too kind for his own good. Sachin's research would have saddened him greatly. He must have gone into the desert when he heard about it to find those who were still suffering. It all makes sense now. I've tried telling myself so many times over the years that maybe his sudden depression wasn't because he didn't win the competition. Maybe something else was going on that I wasn't aware of. But in the end, it all started with me mentioning the competition to him.
Oh, Kaveh.
Don't worry. I destroyed the diadem. There will never be another tragedy like this again. Never again.
Except Mahita didn't destroy it, or destroy his research. Wow, downer ending to that. We have a bunch of mini-games. The contestant? Oh, you meet Dory again. there a teleport near her? Yeah. This is going to be not voice acted? It's time yet again for an information sale from Lord Sangama Bay. Would you two like to purchase the latest reports? Let me see. This information isn't that important, so it'll only go for 500,000 mora. It's half the usual price. What a bargain. Mind giving it to me for free? Whoa, you want to bring it down to 0 mora? Just as I expected. But I am the great Lord Sangama Bay. Well, since you're so interested, I'll tell you for free. You must keep it to yourselves. I heard that 20 years ago there was a contestant who personally suddenly changed after taking part in the competition. Well, it looks like someone saw him in Aru Village. I wonder where he ended up. That's all the information you're getting for free. If you want to hear more, you gotta pay 2 million mora. I appreciate your patronage. What a ripoff! We can just go to Aru Village ourselves and ask around. You realized it too, haven't you? Sorry, I clicked the map. Don't make me read. Just let me play minigames. I am gonna look up a quick video to see if there's any, little tiny things I missed, like interactions, finding random people on certain days, maybe even Nahida mind-reading stuff. Rishti? Rishti? 20 years ago, a young man did appear here. Back then, life was much harder than it is now. Poverty, disease, ignorance, they tormented us constantly. That young man, clearly from the academia with a bright future, was nevertheless willing to come here and help us. He taught us how to deal with Weenut and monsters. He bought us a lot of medicine with money from his own pocket and took care of the ill all by himself. He sounds like a great guy. Yeah, too bad the good die young. He was always frowning and no one knew what he was worried about. Everyone was wondering if he was going to leave us. This place did not have the means to properly host him. Still, many said he was a bit crazy to begin with. For example, he would sometimes tell children a story about how as a child he taught a strange creature to write. Later, he would often leave the village and explore the desert. Once I asked him what he was looking for, and he said he wanted to talk with someone from the Nagar something group. Later on, I heard that he died in the quicksand. It is said that he encountered a caravan trapped in quicksand on his way to investigate something. He saved many people, but he himself was unable to get out in time. At that time, there was still a half-finished letter addressed to his child at home. After he died, my son took that letter with him, thinking about delivering it someday. Is that unfinished letter still here? No, it's not here. To live a better life, my son became a mercenary. He was killed in a scuffle a few years ago, and his belongings were taken. Many years have passed in the blink of an eye. I wonder how this child turned out, and if they hold a grudge against him. Not many people know these things anymore. I'm getting old. Perhaps I'll forget these things too. Well, shit.
It's time to make plans for the future. Kazan still has a lot to learn. We'll take it one step at a time.
I guess that wraps up Kave's dad's story. Alright, minigame time. But first, give me a second. What's the name of this quest? What's the name of this event? Parade of Providence. Providence and Hida Mind. Mute. Nahida's mind reading Japanese. Well, did I not mind read Layla? No, she just says what a relief. Right. Oh, it doesn't say. I'm not seeing anything in the video about Hatham. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3. Okay, well maybe I didn't miss anything as far as the mind reading goes. Or maybe it's so minor it's fine. Talk to Dia. Is that the quest? We're going to go talk to Dia? Wait, talk to Dia. Boo! Boo! If only building something in real life was this easy. Hello there, I'm Dia from Ksharwar. Are you here to take part in the Wisdom Gala too? This is the new game that our Darshan has put forth, Project Connectivity. Would you like to have a go at it? If I recall, Ksharwar's specialty is... We study mechanics and architecture, yes. Seems like I've gone off topic. So, to take part in the gala, many of our students put their heads together, and the result was Project Connectivity. Basically, players will need to use various objects that we have prepared to, well, create a pathway. Laying down bridges, setting up stairs, this eventual goal is to create a path for people to travel on that can reach its destination. What is this, Death Stranding? Once you have finished constructing that road, we will conduct a final verification, just like how we would test completed buildings. Oh, it's a bridge builder. Essentially, you just need to set up a safe road to attain success. That sounds rather complicated. I haven't much of a knack for architecture. Don't worry, you're not being asked to construct anything in real life. If something goes wrong and the road collapses, we'll just have to rebuild it. We're not putting limits on the number of tries you have either. Just let your imagination run free and build as wonderful as road as you can be. Build a road! Suspend construction points in construction mode during construction. Check the road if you're ready to take you from the designated start through all checkpoints. You can go in any order. You need to stay on a pre-built or constructed materials. If you fall, you'll have to be sent back to the start to a checkpoint. So it's like build a level in Mario Maker to get to the end. Uh-huh. Okay. So it's like teapot controls, but then you have to make it like a small platforming level. Huh. Okay. See, so we start here and we just gotta get to all these places. Can I play with anybody?
You can't. It's expressed until you can't use your ability.
Okay, okay.
No,
No Kazooie? Shit, okay.
you can't do any of that. It's pretty easy, honestly, to do this. So.
Can I, why can't I set this mushroom on top of the... Can I not do it on top of a platform?
Is it a bounce mushroom? Yeah, you can just have it. I think they're better utilized in the middle of the air.
Oh, like just doing it like this?
Yeah, because then you could jump off and get more distance that way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they don't allow it. I don't think that's that way. But you'll get more use out of it. Jump on it.
And this is just floating. Interesting. Rotate. Hold up. How do I, Okay, oh, little depth perception's weird. Oh, that's better. Okay. Sticks to the ground. A little high up. Yeah. I think that's it. Do I get to try it? Oh, I think I needed to start it from in that screen. Check the distribution, starting points, and checkpoints. Yeah? Okay, well. Yeah? Go to challenge. There it is. Y button at the top. Oops. Let's not use... Oh, why do I have to be playing as Nahida? Ah, whatever. It's fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Out of stamina. That would have been bad. Uh-oh. Wait, that's the last one right there, huh? We didn't even need that last thing. If I had been playing as somebody taller, that would have been much easier. I'm gonna have to switch which character I'm talking with out here so that I get a little bit more of an advantage. You know what? Actually, I can get a higher score on that by just deleting that last one, huh? And, take. Whoa, 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 whoa. You didn't jump when I told you to. It's pretty bare bones. So I think Bouncy Mushroom and Tall Thing are a good thing. In this challenge, the checkpoints are positioned in a ring-like shape that gradually rises. Okay. Character abilities and switching characters is not allowed. Okay. Starting point. Oh, this one's up in the air. That's handy. But you can move it up and down. Motherfucker. Okay. Well, now I know that. Uh-huh. I think I just need to be able to get to this building. If I can get to this building and then put a bounce pad very close to that, I should be good. So I'm just going to put this here. Just going to do this one. This one's slightly down. A mush. What? Gonna put the mushroom right. Oh, is it because it's above the house? But it was fine further up. Interesting. What about from right? Yeah. There. I think that's it. So, those two planks, that mushroom, and this island. Okay. Wait. Save. Go to challenge. What? Let me up. The hell was that about? Alright, and then from here we can climb to we can go to every single one. So as long as we can make it back to the house, that's all the materials you need. Probably could have made this island even smaller. So now this one. Tallman privileges. Yep. I'm gonna do that one last because it's lower to the ground. This is like min-maxing. You could obviously put like way more shit down and make it easier. That one. I told my mom about how I help a friend with moderating, and she immediately jumped to the conclusion that they always got paid to moderate. Oh, online hobbies being seen as jobs. Boy, I'd love to make just regular income from streaming. That'd be the dream. Yeah, one more. Yeah. Only she knew what a forum would be. It'd make things easier to explain. Well, you could explain it like Wikipedia is just sort of moderated by the community, and nobody's really paid to edit those pages, aside from, I guess, people who run the website, technically. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, you can build 2 mushrooms? That'll work. And then a small chocolate shake. I'm trying to watch my figure. Fuck my ass, what else? Cherry's Jubilee, and that's it. Might be, yeah, right there. I think that's all we need. Same as last time. Very simple. Although, I'm thinking one more platform over here. 75 for one more? Yeah. And lower it like to there. Maybe to here. Do this. Yeah, that should cover it. Save it. Go to challenge. Again, min-maxing. I can climb this, right? Okay. Chill, Zhongli. Oh yeah, that's plenty of ups. No need for even more than one mushroom. Yeah, the challenge is to do this with as little material as possible. This should have been the last thing I did. That's on me. But it's fine. Yeah, I really min-max this. Getting there, interesting, interesting. think I just need to... Yeah. Last one over there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Probably didn't even need to put those platforms there. I could just, like, catch that ledge. You don't really need to do much. You get all these rewards pretty easily, it seems like. I could have spent a lot more and gotten 3 stars. Sorry, I was just wanting to get the rewards. This thing, 10 days, 9 hours. Splendorous sky that day. Sorry, what? What quest are they talking about?
Osmanthus wine.
Stop about the wine. Prerequisite quest. Oh. Oh. Right, because they expanded the desert with the most recent update.
Same as I remember.
I'm not doing that today, obviously, but this character's event where you unlock this little flying companion thing, this mission or this quest that it's about ends in 10 days. That's fine. Gala booths? Where to share the memories? Also, another thing about these events is they give you primo gems. So it's nice to do these events and get the rewards for pulling characters. Oh, I ain't walking up there. Talk to Farble. I hope everyone will enjoy this little gadget. What's there to play over here? You're the Traveler, aren't you? I'm Farbal, the Ritawahist. I don't suppose you know what we study here, do you? Well, I think it was... We study the stars, though that's not a very precise way of putting it. We do have a lot of specializations with the Darshan itself. Unfortunately, a lot of things about our research wouldn't make much sense to the average person if we just explain it as is. In fact, the chances of them even being interested are slim. And I was once concerned that setting up an astrology booth would just end in the involved students getting into academic discussions and not manning the stall. As such, after much discussion, we decided on a middle-of-the-road option. See this special astrolabe? Many stars have been placed on it, and what you need to do is arrange them into a specified image. These images will not be particularly complicated, and they will not involve any ongoing and as-yet unresolved academic disputes. So a simple, fun, and definitely not divisive pictorial puzzle. You strike me as being really nervous. Well, this game does have to do with the stars, after all. Some of our students get the sweats the moment they hear that word. You don't know how many people I had to tell that this was just a toy and has nothing to do with academic research. Never mind that. If you're interested, feel free to give it a go. Rotate the artisan astrolabes, or adjust the astrolabe section's height to complete the specified image. Once the angle and height are at a suitable location, the artisan astrolabe star will light up. Once all stars light up, picture complete. After a certain amount of time elapses, you can ask for help from the organizer and obtain a hint. Alright. Really, it is just a toy. Oh, it's you, Traveler. Would you like to play a round or two? Sure, the astrolabe is over here. Alright. Okay, complete the image. Oh. Okay, so that's the outside. Mm-hmm. Oh, right here-ish. Like this-ish. Ah. It just... Oh, it just lights up when it gets there? Why not just do this? Like right here? You could just do that. Oh, you can now ascend the height. Oh. You could just do this, though. Okay. Finally have one that isn't solving itself. I wish I could look at it from a top down, but I guess that's the challenge of it, huh? Okay. Yeah, okay. Isn't that right here? Or is it on this side? Well, I guess we'll find out. I mean, what's to stop you from doing this? I suppose now it's, Okay, I think it's right there. Yeah, what the fuck? I thought I definitely did that. Well. Cool. We did that. Did you see Darkest Dungeon 2 released a few days ago? I saw people were playing it, but I didn't realize it was because it got fully released. You know what? I thought that game had been out already. I thought that game had already released. I guess not. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Excuse me. Oh no, that's not... Dane Vahmana seems to be busy with something. You might be thinking of the challenge mode for Darkest Dungeon 1. No, I mean, I thought I saw somebody playing, I guess it was like the beta or early access a while back, like half a year ago, and I thought somebody was playing it. Yeah, when was the beta? When was there a beta? Did it like a beta come out a while back? And I thought it was just out at that point. I would like to try a game that we at the Emerta have set up. And what sort of game would that be? It's mushrooms, called mimetic replication. The memes, Jack. The memes. In this game, I will introduce you to the behavioral patterns of certain animals. Of course, these patterns have been simplified and generalized to make them easier to understand. What you need to do is use the models we have prepared to imitate the actions of the corresponding animals. Can't say that sounds difficult. Precisely, animals have regular behavioral patterns is a statement that is both simple to understand and accept. But behind something so simple lies mysteries that are most deep indeed. However, let us put an academic observation aside for the moment and simply enjoy the habitual behaviors of animals in a relaxed manner. Okay. So did you just like slowly rotate the stars in the Astrolabe event? Yeah, you rotated them slowly until they glowed. Yeah, I like went through all of them already. Because all I was doing was just like click, 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 glow. Move the thing, click, 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 glow. I don't think that one was fine. If you could have seen it from above, that would have been a different story. Traveler, are you ready to give mimetic replication a try? Yeah. The what? Stars above. Oh yeah, stars above. Oh, we have to calibrate? Okay. Okay, I don't know why it needs calibration. It's not like a rhythm game.
It's not like the usual rhythm game.
Okay. What is this? Gotcha. Too low, then high. Too low, then high. One low, one high. One high. One low, one low, one low, one low. One low, one low, one low, one low. It's Parappa. Or Simon Says, or whatever. The Weasel Thief. Okay. Might have been early access. On a semi-unrelated note, Team Cherry announced I'll be behind schedule to make sure it's perfect for the fans. Is that the people who made Darkest Dungeon? I only played Darkest Dungeon like once or twice. I streamed it and I didn't get very far. Hollow Knight and Silksong. Oh, okay, okay. Is my tone too serious? Traveler, are you here to give him a... Yes. Boar. Shroom boar time. Use forward charge at the right moment to cause the shroom boar to model to break the obstacle at the appropriate rhythm point. Tutorial complete. Convincing. Tutorial complete. I had to use this banger of a song. I see why the calibration is a thing. Because I feel it needs to be a little later. In fact, let me calibrate it to be later. Because it's bothering me now that I recognize that I have to hit things early. I think it's this. Alright. I think. Still seems off. Can I not, damn it. I want it to sound good and not be like offbeat or anything, but I'll just leave it at 0 and see if that is okay. It just seems like it was way too fucking... The fact that calibration is a thing means that something's up. Let's just... Because I don't really get the feel for it unless I'm in here. Uh-huh. Ugh. I think the calibration is only for people who have like weird refresh rates. Or maybe even wireless controllers. Okay. Oink standing. Instead of outstanding? Okay. If I ever encountered such a shroom boar, I would run for my life. Okay. King Shroom Boar, king of the shroom boars. Fish! Use leap from water at the right moment and control the fish model so that the duration of its jump matches that of the other two fish models. Oh, this is Rhythm Heaven. Well, I want to get all of them. Shit. This goes on for a while. Hey, there you go. Height. Just a mirage. What a huge fish! Only the best of anglers would be capable of taming this beast. Kinda wish the splashes were in sync with the song, but I guess that's what the calibration might have been for as well. I want them as a pet. Let's see here.
Osment.
Osment. Don't talk. Oh, it's up there? Hmm. Good day to you, traveler. Given how you appear, you must be here to take part in the Wisdom Gala, yes? If you're interested, would you like to try out the event that we, the Haravatat, are organizing? If I recall, Haravatat studies languages, albeit that's a loose summary. That is what we research here at Haravatat. Well, what do you think? Sounds like a good fit for the Gala's festive and relaxed atmosphere, does it not? Me and my fellow Darshan members do quite think so. Everyone is having fun to their heart's content, so surely we shall not spoil the mood by going around asking people riddles, yes? In any case, we shall be hard-pressed to drum up much interest if we make people guess riddles for our activity. After much friendly discussion, we have decided on a little game known as In Truth Steps. It does not require any tools or items, just a settled mind and clear thoughts. When this game starts, I will tell you a story. Now, it may seem to you that the tale is going nowhere. Indeed, some parts of it might even defy common sense. And so you can question me to which I will answer using 3 types of answers: yes, no, or it doesn't matter. What you need to do is use your questions to find the truth of this story. Don't be nervous, though. The correct answer isn't meant to be all that complicated. What do you say? If you're interested, we can start now. Okay. Listen to a story and use questions to understand various details. The questions you've asked have some critical element to it. You may gain new hints as to what to ask. Once you have enough information, you will need to start pursuing the truth. Correctly answer all the questions related to the truth to complete this particular story. Okay. Well then, would you like to give in truth steps a go? Yes. Good. In that case, let me hear yours. A group of forest rangers was patrolling the Avidia forest. Asti and Badim were responsible for surveying and surrounding the surrounding environment. It's like a tongue twister out of nowhere. Responsible for surveying the surrounding environment. While advancing, they discovered monsters ahead and ended up getting caught in a downpour, with the rain making the ground so muddy that they were temporarily stranded. Asti sent Badim out to the other team of forest rangers with the intention of reminding them to stay vigilant. Then Asti hid in a tree until the monsters left. There's monsters? Later, following Badim, the other team of forest rangers successfully rendezvoused with Asti. Afterwards, they quickly left the forest. However, of their number, only Badim was soaking wet. Why was that? Okay, begin analyzing. The rain. The forest rangers. Was any water... Was Asti and Badim far away from the other team of forest rangers? Yes, the distance was so great that even shouts could not be heard. Okay. Was everyone on that patrol a forest ranger? A critical question. No. Interesting. Badim. Did Badim have a different set of objectives? Was Badim a forest ranger? Was not a forest ranger, but the forest ranger's companion. Okay. Was Badim an animal? Was Badim a human being? Well, I guess we need to... Animal. Yes. An elemental creature. No. So it was an animal. Bigger than a bread box? It's 20 questions. Did Badim carry any instruments in particular? Can Badim fly? Okay, it's a bird. Was flight one of Badim's innate abilities? I would assume, did he fly alone? Yes. I think that's it. The rain was downpour. Could people travel across the mire easily? Could not be traversed by human strength. Was the downpour heavy? Yes. Okay, I think find the truth. He's a bird. Being a good flyer. Badim was a bird. Why was Badim wet all over? Oh, I didn't ask. I'm gonna guess Badim liked the rain? Very good, you solved 2 questions, but 1 remains out of your reach. Give me a moment. Badim. Did Badim have a different set of objectives compared to the Forest Rangers? No. Was he a vision holder? No, he's a bird. Did he carry any instruments? No. Did he doesn't need to quit, like, he's a fucking... I think I already have all the info. Why was Batum hired assistants? This question, I fear, has nothing to do with the story. Was he hostile? It has nothing to do with the story, yeah. This is why I didn't ask these questions. Was any waterproof gear brought along? Yes, enough to ensure that the forest ranger's clothes would not get wet. The rain. Yeah, okay, I've asked every question. I asked 20 questions. I know, but there's the third. He's a good flyer. He was a bird. Why was Batum wet all over? Did not bring any waterproof gear. I mean, he was a bird. I was wondering if there was something else that it was supposed to be telling me.
No, the one of the hints was that did everybody get waterproof gear? And she said no, I think, and then she confirmed, and then she one of the answers reiterates that only forest rangers got gear. Bird's obviously not a forest ranger.
Right, he was a companion to the forest. I understood he was a bird.
No, I know you understand that. I'm just saying, like, that's like the hint before you find out he's a bird. A lot of it, like, that's why.
I found out he was like a bird very early on. I was like, okay, he got wet because he's a fucking bird.
Right. Before I got to that part and found out that he was a bird, I was like, oh, okay, so there was somebody with them that wasn't a forest ranger, and that person who's not a forest ranger, I guess, is allowed to have a water protective gear or whatever, and it's like, oh, he was a bird.
So yeah, I figured that out pretty early on, but it was just that third. I was just going through all the questions because I was like wondering what the fuck.
I didn't realize you were stuck in that last part.
Yeah. Batum was soaking wet. Why was that? Yeah, I guess you can't restart it. It's always going to say 20 questions asked, huh? Yeah, he's a good flight. What did I say the first time?
I don't know. I didn't know.
Batum liked the rain, is what I had said. I was like, it's a fucking bird. Why it was flying around. Did not bring any waterproof gear. Like, I thought that just goes without saying, but I guess it had to be said.
You're taking assumptions about the bird at that point when you say.
Yeah.
Like,
next story. Yeah. Okay. I'm overthinking it. Because I was like, what? Is there something else to the story? And I was like thinking, no, I just need to fucking answer that last question differently. She thought a Discord moderator was the same thing as a hacker. Your mom? Ow. Well, maybe she's equating Discord with like hacking because like there was like fucking government secrets recently leaked in a Discord server, and so that's being equated with being like a hacker or like a leaker or like something illegal. Good to know that that's the way people see Discord just being mentioned if they don't actually use it. Bahira is a student from Haravatat. Some time ago he went out for research, but received an unexpected letter from his mentor, who in the letter asked him to bring back something Bahira mistakenly took with him on the trip. In response, Bahira mailed the item back to Haravatat. However, when Bahira later returned to Haravatat, he still got a scolding from his mentor. Why is that? You reread that? Asked him to bring back something. Well, he mailed it back instead of bringing it back. Okay. The object. Did the mentor scold Bahira due to the matter of lateness? No. Was the item related to the mentor? There's something though. Oh, he needed it urgently. The use of the object. Did they have something to do with the mentor's daily work? Something they use almost every day. Would the mentor lose his job without the item in the letter? Was he unable to start work? Yes, would he lose his job? No. Would the absence of the item impose a tremendous loss? No. Okay, so he just wasn't able to start. Could he access the location where the letter was placed? Did anyone else's letter delivered to Rabatot? Did the mentor get the letter? No. Okay. Could the mentor access the location where the letter was placed? No. Yeah. Was the location of the item related to the item itself? Yes. Sorry, was the letter delivered? I think it was... He didn't... No, it wasn't delivered. This is the same question. Did anyone else touch the letter? I guess somebody bad could have touched it, and that's the problem. Was the person who touched the letter hostile to the mentor? Did the person who touched the letter do something that inhibited the mentor from receiving it? Yes, they were just performing their usual duties, though. Did more than one person touch the letter? Did the one who touched the letter destroy it? No? Oh. They're just doing their job. But he didn't receive it. Was he hostile towards the mentor? Or he wasn't just doing his job if he was hostile. Was he the only one that touched it? No. I think that's it. Why was his mentor angry? Because he could not obtain the letter. Who was it the last came in contact with letter? The Darshan's staff member who was in charge of passing on the letter. Where was the letter? It wasn't destroyed, it was hidden? I would assume it was hidden. What was within the letter then? The keys to the office. I guess he couldn't start work without that, could he? Excellent, you truly do have an agile mind. There's only one question left unsolved. Okay. It didn't tell me which one I got wrong. Could not obtain it. That's right. It's a staff member. It wasn't hidden. It was with the Matra. The mentor's office? Did the keys of the office get left in his office? I think that's what's going on. Okay. A reasonable answer. Well done, you got all the answers correct. I definitely think you've got the hang of this. Next story. Through everyone's joint effort, the Wisdom Gala went smoothly and concluded successfully. Everyone who set up booths and offered fun events during the gala received a leave permit for a 3-day vacation. No strings attached. However, after everyone got their leave permit, there was one more leave permit left in the box. Why is that? Did everyone take a leave permit? Yes. Well, if they all take it, then they did not claim it. Did some later have their leave privileges canceled? This question I fear has nothing to do. Yeah, I guess not. Was everyone allowed to only have one? Yes. Were booth owners during the gala the only ones allowed to claim the leave permits? Did anyone duplicate or exchange the leave permit? No duplicates. Everyone who set up booths and offered fun events during the gala received a leave permit for a 3-day vacation, no strings attached. 3-day has nothing to do with it. However, after everyone got their leave permit, there was one more leave permit left in the box. Did somebody die? Did anyone use the leave permit in advance? Did some choose a different ward? Was anyone not allowed to claim their leave permit? No. Did some choose a different reward? Huh. Did anyone use a leave permit in advance? I didn't want to ask that question. Could the leave permits be given to someone else? Was everyone allowed to take only the leave permit? How is that a critical question? I didn't ask that because it didn't seem like one. Did all leave permits... I literally asked every other question other than the one that progresses. Did all leave permit claimants leave with only their leave permits? No, for fuck's sake. Were any new leave permits placed into the box? Did the leave permit in the box belong to someone nevertheless? Was the leave permit in the box still valid? Oh, it's from the current event. Any new ones? Okay, well I asked a lot of questions on this. All the leave permits are with those who should have them. Did everyone take a leave permit? Everyone took a leave permit. Why was one leave permit left in the box? The person who took that slip took the box too. That would be an answer to the riddle. Okay. Congratulations. Okay. I think that's it. Alright, nothing like a riddle game to make you feel dumb. They just like throw an answer out before even like getting any of the questions. No.
I got a new letter from informant.
It's like the car keys all over again.
Take it easy.
I need to... Hello?
Hey!
The children are a lot tougher than us old geezers.
It's me, a believable old lady. Why does everyone seem so exhausted? You running some sort of event here? You're the traveler, aren't you? Ha! I've always wanted to meet you. That's right, Fahumana is running an archaeology-themed game this time. We have many researchers who study history under our banner, and so archaeological work, especially the sort that is done in person, is often unavoidable. Wait, don't be nervous. We're not getting everyone to do that in person. This event is just a replica of archaeological activities. You've placed a lot of replica relics and buried them all around Samira City, and we term those places. At least for now, archaeological zones. Those who take part in this activity just need to bring our specially made detectors to those sites and dig up the buried replicas. It's all thanks to the students of the other Darshans for constructing a batch of containers and corresponding detectors. You just need to follow the detector in order to find the replicas. We've even split the types of replicas into zones, according to the elements. However, these detectors were originally used in elemental surveys, and despite our last-minute modifications, they might still be affected by certain elements. All in all, you just need to dig up all the replicas, and you'll find that we got some awesome rewards for you. What do you think? We could give it a go. Ha! Great! In that case, here's the detector. I'll mark the archaeological zones in your archaeological manual. Alright, that should do it. Well then, traveler, go out there and have yourself some archaeological fun. Once you've found all the relic replicas, do remember to come back and collect your reward from me. Go to the yellow things. Here's your thing. Use your thing. Elemental objects might disrupt it. Okay. Sure, I need to equip it, I think. We gotta go to a zone. What?
Huh. Good roll.
Oh, it's this icon. Gotcha.
Take it easy.
Wait, no, that's the fucking riddle place. Yeah? Confused? Yeah, there's the riddle place. Hold up. Antiquity hunt. Go to Devantaka Mountain. Okay. Yeah, there's no fucking yellow zones here, so I guess I'll just go to a random place on the mountain. Oh, so now I'm just close enough. Oh boy. Yeah, 1%, no shit. %. 16%.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Gotcha!
$51, so it's definitely kind of this way. It's right around here, probably. Oh, these things are interrupting it.
Stabilize!
Busted!
So this way. Stop. Right there. Okay. So now there's another one over here. I have a feeling that electro shit over there is interfering with it. But I need a different party. Fire to deal with that. Okay, so I guess move on to the next one. Dar al-Shifa. Dar al-Shifa. There you are. It could be anywhere in there. Well, I guess it. Oh, it did the old hospital, I think.
You are not welcome here.
Well, too bad.
Gather!
There is no escape!
Everyone hold hands!
Quietly now.
Pulverize! Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
I see everything!
Okay, well, if they're dead. Maybe it's not in here? But up on this mountain? It doesn't have like a picture. Does it? Oh, it has a picture right there. Alright, that makes things a little easier. It does give you a starting point right there. I was gonna say, this is a big fucking place. Don't make me, like, look around, especially if it's this far away.
Everyone hold hands!
These things are interfering.
Let's light it up!
Very close here. Okay, it's one. If I had to guess, it's going to be near another interference. Would those guys be considered interference? Triangulate, as well as this direction. In that direction. Yeah, you guys are interfering with it.
Get out
wind knows me.
G, go!
Try again. 7? Wow, it's not even close. 11. 24. Okay, it's this way. These guys gonna be right on top of it?
Get out of here!
Into the wind.
No, my sword!
This way. Probably right around here.
Rain, outline.
Yeah. Okay, what's the next, Dune of Illusion. Perhaps we'll have to beat the boss before, dealing with this? Yeah, the boss is interfering with this. No, it's actually not even inside. 59. 56. 65. Okay.
The wind knows me.
Get out of here!
Stop.
No, my sword!
Oh, yeah, this way.
Huh?
This way. Use it. Okay, it's gonna be right around here. Okay. I like this one. So it's this way. Interesting. So like right around here? A little further?
Happy to oblige.
Guys!
Huh?
We one with nature.
Huh?
I guess I could switch parties now that I don't need fire. Okay. Next victim. Good quest. Did I just go through both my skills? I did. I triple tapped. Oh, have you found all the replicas? There you go. Marvelous, you really do have a knack for this, don't you? Well then, this gift is for you. Thank you for taking part in this event organized by the Darshan. I hope that you've been able to enjoy your taste of archaeology, traveler. That said, real-life archaeology tends to be rather dry and labor-intensive work. But the instant you find that key relic, you will feel as if the struggle was all worth it. And if you fail to dig anything up, I'm quite sure there are situations in which you find nothing. Well, if we don't find anything, then this is, as they say, a waste of effort. And to be honest, this is actually what happens more often than not. The instances where we do find something important are quite rare indeed. But to work in archaeology is to be used to such circumstances and stay optimistic, even so. It would only be a matter of time before we collapsed otherwise. What did I get? It was this thing. Omni Director. A small gift from Danae. From the exterior, it looks like some kind of intricate compass. According to Danae, this compass has been made with more aesthetics in mind than practicality. Okay. We also got like this stage as a reward. Or have we not gotten that yet, actually? Like this thing. Oh, right, we get Faruzan if we do this event, which I'm about to finish. I forgot about that. Can we get her right now? Jesus. Hey, we got Faruzan. Madame Faruzan. So the last 300 points. This. No. This. This is it. Oh, I want a flag. All the voice lines.
Wretched dastard! Time didn't stop for me.
Let's level you up.
Huh?
Ascend.
Aren't you an energetic youngster? So enthusiastic, even about collecting materials.
So we get a free wish from that? Yes, we do. We can do that right now. Big money, big money, big money, nothing. Okay, character selection, right? No, she's right here. That's it? Detailed step-by-step blueprint for making Vahumana flag. After using this, you can view it in the creation screen. Okay, I see. Main stage of the Academia Extravaganza was built using excellent wood and decorated in the style of the Academia itself. It's spacious, tall, beautiful, and imposing. It has a modular design and can be built quickly even by non-professional students, thus saving on work time and allowing more effort to be put into various celebratory events. All the better to make this event. Ooh, where did I get this? These two butterflies are constantly whirling and soaring elegantly within this fixed space that has a beautiful pedestal as its central axis. The interlocking paths they take in flight are so mesmerizing that even close observation will not easily reveal the difference between them and ordinary butterflies. In truth, each of these butterflies is a truly magnificent machine in its own right, fruits of two researchers' well-honed knowledge. These ingenious devices have been combined into a fixed display that combines a unique landscape with static and dynamic aesthetics alike. Okay, it's like a little butterfly table. Monthly frustration be gone. Various bottles of alcoholic beverages stored in a wooden basket. Not only can you find local brands from Sumeru, but also various fruit alcohol types imported from Mondstadt. But most of these are rather expensive and do not sell in large numbers. Instead, they often wind up hoarded till they hit their expiration dates before being packaged and sold at discounts. One can even shave a whole digit off the price this way. Unfortunately, such events do not have fixed dates, and merchants and taverns usually run only one such promotion every month. So you have to watch for when such things might happen. It is said that there is a blonde-haired guest who has managed to catch the discount every time, thus sparking a certain rumor amongst tavern patrons. If you see a blonde-haired customer appearing near the tavern with a basket of wine, it means the time for discounts has come.
I knew he was a wino.
Kaveh gets discount wine.
I was literally thinking to myself earlier, I'm not kidding, I'm like, this man is a wine man, straight up. He's not into the beers or whatever, he's wine.
He's like a fucking, he's a wine mess, like a middle-aged mom. That's funny that lore is just in a random item that you get from this event. That he's like a foretelling of like discounts on wine.
That's so funny.
Oh boy. I'm not drunk, you're drunk. Who are you? I think they got us another wish. Yeah, we'll do it right now. Here we go. Big money, big money, big money! Ooh, we got a character? Weapon? We got a weapon. Lion's Roar. Oh. Do I have one of these? Increases damage against opponents affected by Pyro or Electro. Interesting. I don't know if I have one of those swords yet. Weirdly. Oh, I do. Okay. In that case... refine it. Level 2. Goes to 24%. Alright. I don't know if anybody is really good with it, but whatever, we'll keep it just in case. There's only a few 4-star weapons that are really, really good. This guy looks depressed. Luckily, I don't have to enter this domain. I just need to keep watch outside. Bahadur. How did this fall to me? Couldn't we have assigned this task to a more experienced senior student? Are you running some event here as well? Oh, Traveler, yes, we are indeed running an event. Well, I say it's an event, but really it's a domain that waits exploration. Does this domain have anything to do with the gala? Oh, let's not even get into that. I only came to be in charge of this affair because of the gala. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Bahadur from Spontamod, and our research lies in the field of alchemy, the elements and topics like that. So I was assigned this task, but as much as I've thought about it, I couldn't think of a game that our Darshan could run. Putting up a crafting bench to do public alchemical experiments would be too boring. And there was no way we could run some demonstration of elemental reactions. If something went wrong, the whole site might go up in smoke. What would we do then? In the end, I had to ask the Adventurers Guild for help. It was with their aid that I found this domain. Several of my fellow students and I went inside to investigate, and to be honest, it is an utter mess in there. As such, we developed a few potions specialized for use inside the domain. And well, that's our Darshan specialty demonstrated now. Eh? So if you're interested, Traveler, take these potions with you and go investigate the domain. Has anyone come to play this game? quite a few adventurers did come to give this a go. They were quite excited too. But I must say that very few of our fellow students did. Whatever the case may be, you can go in as long as you're interested. The adventurers who tried this earlier rated it as being very challenging. Ah yes, for when you do go, I will have some potions here for you. Stay safe at exploring that domain, alright? Let me do something real quick. You need to defeat opponents within a time limit. During concocted reaction, use resilience concoctions to resist a maximum of 2 negative effects. Use enhancing concoctions to obtain a maximum of 2 different buffs. Just in case I need to use food. Okay, so where is it? I can teleport straight to it, thank God. Have I been able to teleport to all these things? Let me check the map and try that on. Okay, these blue doors you can teleport to. I was gonna say, man, I could have been saving time not running around if I could just teleport straight to the things. Ah, fuck it. Throw it to hard. HP increase. HP regen. Normal ones will take the field. So it's just more reinforcements? Yeah, let's get more HP. And reinforcements. Oh wait, you have to turn them off. Alright, well so we're just gonna have a bunch of really buff dudes. 2 positive effects. Cyclone will be generated. Ooh, that's pretty fucking cool. Every 10 seconds. When there are less than 2 opponents near the character, the attack will be increased by 75%. What constitute as near? When a character's attack hits a linchpin opponent, an extra true damage increase. I don't know. These two maybe? When a normal opponent is defeated, a shockwave will be unleashed. Nah. I think these two. So the attack will go up by 75%. Oh, this is for if I'm playing as a ranged dude. Which I won't be doing. Shockwave. Or extra damage against the boss opponents. Shockwave when an opponent dies. Let's do extra damage to boss opponents every 6 seconds and creating Cyclone every 10 seconds. Party setup. It's just going to be the party. Probably overthinking it. But I did throw it to hard, because they said it was very challenging. Alright. I gave you a bunch of fucking extra HP, so...
I see everything!
There is no escape! Here comes the catch. Busted.
Share my knowledge!
This is order.
Torn to oblivion!
Stabilize. I will have order.
The Temple of Wisdom!
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Quietly now.
Now you shall perish!
Order guide you. Gather.
Share my knowledge! Everyone hold hands!
Game's up. Fun is over.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Even with your max health, you can't deal with this shit.
There is no escape!
This is order.
Make yourselves at home! I see everything!
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Quietly now.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
All right. They just disappear. Yeah, God forbid I throw it to an easier difficulty. Yeah, keep it on hard. When there are linchpin opponents on the field, all normal opponents' physical and elemental resistance is increased. HP increase. Placed by cryo slimes. Apply cryo buff to nearby opponents at intervals. Let's just increase defense and HP. See how chunky they can get. It greatly increases character's jumping ability. That's good for if you have Xiao. Energy recharge, yes. When they take damage, attack is increased. Character deals pyro damage. Alright. So if I take damage, attack increase, and energy recharge is increased. They have a ton of HP and elemental resistance. Let's see how much it helps them.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Game's up. Fun's over. Busted.
Torn to oblivion.
I will have order. Gather.
Make yourselves at home. Committed to memory.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
The Temple of Wisdom. Everyone hold hands.
Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Alright, next. Add Astra Abyssosque. Keep it on hard. Normal opponents on the field will increase linchpin. Okay, so increase defense. Ooh, unleash their spirits immediately when taking the field. That sounds fun. Opposing reinforcements. Active character will be inflicted. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. So extra people, extra defense. When the HP is higher than 70%, their elemental mastery is increased. That sounds great. Healing bonus, no. Shield strength increase after character. Will regain 5. Oh my god. Things are about to get crazy. This party's just getting crazy.
New hunting. I will have order.
Sharing my knowledge.
Feeling lucky today.
I see everything.
Things are about to get dicey.
Happy to apply.
Quietly now. Busted.
Now you shall perish.
Now.
The Temple of Wisdom. Take.
Now you're this
is
character, please.
Here comes the catch. Gotcha.
Another test subject.
Busted.
Shine down. Everyone hold hands.
All right.
Torn to oblivion. Careful.
Order guide you.
Sharing my knowledge. I see everything.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Dance with me!
Quietly now.
Inazuma shines eternal! The show's only...
Put your snake away.
Make yourselves at home.
This is order.
Solidify. Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
Care for a dance?
Your coming was foretold.
Everyone's okay.
Now
the
you shall
eternal
perish!
oasis. Bloom as a flower.
Alright. Even with extra defense and HP, they seem to just sort of melt. I think that's it. Galabooth. I think that's it. Oh, was there nothing extra for getting to actual max excitement? You get this for getting to 1500, you get this for getting to 1200, but there's nothing for getting to max? So I guess that's it
The world.
for this event. That's pretty fun. A lot of mini games to sort of mess around with. Yeah, so as far as Genshin goes, next time I play will be before the end of this event. In which case I'll have to do this quest that's off in the new region. So next stream will be doing this quest and then doing the following limited event. This also means that we'll get this little companion, kind of like the little genie bottle I have floating around.
Or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Transitory. But yeah, that's gonna do it for now. Tomorrow we have Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Tears. Tears of the Wild. But yeah, we're gonna be very, very focused on that for a while. I will make one day aside from that to do the Genshin event, and sometime during that time we'll also be doing some multiplayer stuff like Dark Tide, I'm assuming, maybe on Sunday. But yeah, thanks for coming, thanks for watching. Hope this was fun. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see y'all later. Tears of the Kingdom soon. Bye-bye.